Good afternoon, traders. This is Sarah Schoonmaker with 7 Points Capital, bringing today's takeaway. Looks like we had another interesting day in the market, a lot of volatility. We're looking at the daily of the SPY, and we just pierced through the 50-day EMA on the daily and came right back through. So we're just kind of hanging out on the 50-day EMA around 288. So it'll be interesting to see what the next move will be. Will we gain some traction and regain some of these down days, or do we have some more room down to the downside? These are I'll be looking at today's levels. Let's look at our high and low of today. So it looks like, we need to look at 288.20 is the high and the low is 285.50. So that's the range I'll be looking at for tomorrow to get a good idea of where the market might be headed next. Let's look intraday today. We had a nice, we were kind of soggy off the open a little bit, and then all of a sudden, it did this typical run up in the morning. And actually this kind of got me, this little V bottom here, made me start thinking long. So I actually did buy some tech names, but as soon as I saw this action here, SPY just couldn't get going. Normally in the past, it's been putting in these V bottoms and then taking off and then having a nice extended move for the rest of the day to the upside. But that just wasn't the case today. We, just kind of stalled out and had a pretty quick down move for several hours for most of the morning. So this is kind of different behavior. I wasn't expecting this, but there's some really great opportunities today on the bull side. So I'm welcoming the volatility. This is a lot of great opportunities. So let's jump into some names that I played today. Off the open, as the SPY was putting in this V bottom, I was thinking long. A lot of stocks like Baba and Facebook have been kind of selling off a bit lately. So let's take a look at Facebook, the daily on Facebook. This has been weak for a while, for a few days. It broke 160. This is a big support level on the daily. It's been pretty weak. So it's hanging out at this low back from March. So I was looking for a bounce today from this actually, and trying to pair it with the SPY. And so that's what I did. It put in the same pattern as SPY. I went long as it started to look like it was going to reverse. Had a nice move here. This is great. But then all of a sudden, just like SPY, it couldn't get going. It couldn't keep the uptrend going. So yeah, if we as soon as it broke this trend, it broke the 20 EMA, it couldn't get going. So once I saw SPY, just really sell off, I took the long off and just left it alone. I'll be watching this for tomorrow. Let's see if it can get back above 158 for maybe a long. And if not, then if it can't get going, then I guess I'll short it. So we'll keep this on the radar. I did the same thing with Baba. Let's take a look at this. Same kind of move. I actually put a short on a little bit, but it didn't work, so I bought it, put in a V bottom. Normally, you'd like to see this really start to trend, come back to the, at least the 20 EMA and then start to build again and, put in a nice trend, but it just couldn't. It broke all the trend lines, big red bar. I got out. It was still a decent long, but that kind of put a warning bell in my mind. I'm thinking, tech isn't really acting well again for like the third day. So I traveled back over to Amazon while all this was happening, and the SPY was really selling off. They all look the same. All these tech names put in this V bottom fail. I decided to go short as it broke both the 20 and the 50 EMA, and just started to build a short position and just kept adding as it broke every channel, broke down, kept adding. SPY kept selling pretty hard. I like to trade Amazon with SPY as it normally tracks pretty closely. Got a huge move. I didn't expect this at all. I was really just looking for a few more points from here, but I was thinking maybe, oh, it'll bounce here and get its act together, but it really didn't. This is a pretty huge red bar, so I'm thinking it's probably a good idea to take it off. It's getting a little overdone in such a short period of time. So that looks like it was a good cover. I left it alone. So this was my best trade of the day. I was also looking at Tesla. As usual, I like to trade this stock. I was thinking long, actually. It's been 5 days down now on the daily. Gosh, this is the 5th red bar. I was looking for a bounce because around this area, like, at least here, oh my God, that's a big support. 255, I was thinking maybe it'll bounce like it did back here, back in March. Yeah, it's really sitting at a critical level now, around, in the low 250s. So this will be an area to watch for tomorrow. I really think it's due for a bounce. So, but I'm going to keep an open mind, of course, like I did today. I initially started to buy, put in a V bottom. That's usually a good sign to buy. And I added, I was taking off and trying to get this to go long, but it wouldn't get going. Just like SPY and Amazon, it just couldn't go. So once it broke this channel here, and broke the EMA, it broke the VWAP, I went short. Market selling off, this can't get going, let's short this too. So I kept adding short as it keeps breaking, it keeps trying to recover and then failing. So this was a great trade too. I held it. I held it for several points, took some off along the way, shorted a little more, took some off. And then at the end of the day today, I tried to buy it. I thought it would get some traction around 250, and it just didn't. It's moving a little bit in after hours, looks like, so we'll see. This is pretty weak, but I will be looking for a bounce in this eventually and hope to catch it. And we'll see tomorrow. And the other stocks, I've been eyeing the pot stocks. CGC, that was another one from this morning. Let's go. All right. Actually, this had the opposite of tech. This move this morning was pretty bullish. It ran up pretty nicely off the open. Had a great morning, and I decided to just try some short around this area, and got a little bit. Yeah, looked like it based here, so yeah, I kind of just scalped this a little bit, and then tried to maybe short it at the end of the day for a cute little short. But yeah, it's actually holding up pretty well as compared to the other names. Yeah, even TLRY, that held up pretty well today too. Right off the open, same kind of move, up in the morning, kind of sold off. I tried to short this a couple times, it just didn't work. It wasn't really moving either way, so it's kind of chopping around. I'll be keeping an eye on this 238 level to the downside, or if it can get going again above this 143 area, that would be great. We'll see. So those levels are on my mind. Yeah, so those are the main ones today. It's been good. I'm keeping an eye on tech and these pot names. It's been a great week for both sides, shorts, longs. Just gotta try to be flexible and just get on the right side of things. All right, well, thanks for listening. Definitely tune into our YouTube channel and Twitter. Leave us questions, comments. We'd love to engage. So hope to hear from you all soon. Enjoy your evening. Good night.